Bradman at the Test. When I was only 10 years old, my dad took me to town. By train and tram we travelled to the Sydney cricket ground, and it was very different then, but I can see it still, with its classic wooden grandstands and its famous spacious hill. And this would be a special day with 40,000 more. We'd come to watch Don Bradman play, the first time since the war. I'd heard so much about him from my dad and from his mates. I'm sure I thought some giant must come walking through the gates. And the thunderous roar that met him when he came into the ground is something I cannot forget. I still can hear that sound. He must have had some butterflies, some kind of trepidation, that he would still bat well enough to warrant this ovation. For he was just on 38 and in his 40th test, and by his own admission, he was some years past his best. But who are we to worry if Don could get a score? He set about the bowling, and he made 234. And just on 12 months later again he held the stage. He made his 100th, this marvel of our age. He played against the Indians. Keith Miller tempted fate. They ran the sharpest single when the Don was 98. And when he reached his 100, the crowd let out a roar. The pride they had in Bradman I hadn't seen before. And Don went on to England in 1948. And he brought us back unbeaten, and his batting still was great. And he led such a mighty team, perhaps the best we've had, with Lindwall, Miller, Morris and Neil Harvey as a lad. We'd sit up in the evening and we'd hear the ABC on quaint old-fashioned radios with thermos flasks of tea. Reception wasn't all that good. Sometimes you'd hear a roar. You'd think you lost a wicket, and you found you'd hit a 4. You woke up in the morning and you turned the wireless on. You didn't even speak until you checked up on the Don. You can have your instant replays and what the experts think, and those endless one-day series that may drive us all to drink. My memories of Bradman and that epic sporting scene are worth 1,000 pictures on a television screen. By train and tram we travelled. As we made our way to town, we saw Don Bradman batting on the Sydney cricket ground.